Well,
But
how do you feel about the state of women's boxing right now?
it's obviously it's gotten better over, because of course when I hate even saying this, but when I was boxing, now they look at everyone that was during the time I was going, which was like Christy Martin and Mia St. John and, Bonnie Canino and, so many. But they kind of considered that the pioneer of women, the era of the pioneer of women's boxing, when in fact, I mean, it goes back to the 1900s. And there's so many, because obviously I have a huge interest in that, but I even have a huge interest on that on the men's side, going back to like Carmen Basilio and, the fighters in the 50s, 60s. So when you look at the state of women's boxing now, has it gotten better? Of course. I mean, look at Katie Taylor and, Clarissa Shields, and you look at Ann Wolf. Well, even like Ann Wolf, and they were still like during the time frame that we were boxing. But we were boxing during a time when there were no world championships. I went to the first ever women's U.S. Nationals, and I went to the second ever women's U.S. Nationals because they didn't have them yet. And I participated in those and took third in the country in both of those. Then you've got you have to have so many of those and so many countries participating in amateur boxing before you can even be considered for a world championship event. So, there were we without us doing what we had done, there would not have been women's boxing in the Olympics. It just wouldn't have happened because all that other stuff had to happen first. So then you come around and now you've got, Clarissa Shields in London and that was great. And Katie Taylor and, so many others who really showed people that women can and do deserve to be in the ring. And, I mean, let's be honest, no matter what anyone thinks of Clarissa, she's the only female American boxer to win 2 golds in the Olympics. Only one. No male has ever done it. So, that just goes to show that, if people put the time and effort into it and they deserve to be there, male, female, doesn't matter. But, Holly Holm, Mia St. John, Kelsey Jeffries. I mean, oh my gosh, I could go on with a list of all the women, and the women that are there now, like Amanda Serrano, and you got Franchon Cruz de Jeune, and you have Savannah Marshall, Alicia Baumgardner, you have Micaiah Krebs from Niagara Falls, Jessica McCaskill. I mean, so many. There's just, you can't. And I hate, for anyone that watches this, and especially those fans of female boxing, please don't come at me with the people I haven't mentioned, because there are that many that people don't have a clue about that are out there that are up and coming, or that are, doing really well, that are still in the game. There's no way, like, I could say all of them. I would need an hour to try to even list a majority of them.
Right.
So it's good. It's just getting them to have the attention. We'll put it this way. We need women's boxing to happen the same way the interest in women's collegiate basketball happened with Caitlin Clark and Reese, and then went and followed over into the WNBA. That's what we need to have happen with women's boxing.